Welcome back to the DvM Myke Show. This is episode 30.
Season 2.
30.
Season 2, episode 4.
Season 2, episode 4. Episode 30, buddy. We've made it like
30 weeks.
like 60% through the year.
Almost.
That's, well, as
Yeah.
of like when this episode comes
I
out.
guess.
So that's, yeah. That's like a good, wow, this year's gone way too fucking fast.
I know, I hate it.
Like,
It's almost fucking August.
yeah, bro. Wow, that's whack. That is some whack ass shit.
It's, yeah.
This COVID thing's taking my life away.
But wow.
Wow.
I already opened mine.
Oh, that's cute.
I'm turning away my product placement.
Is it obvious? No, it's not.
No,
You're good.
we good. But, no, yeah. I woke up like an hour ago.
Yeah, buddy's on night shift
I'm
now.
on night shift.
This is your morning. This is how you're starting your day.
This is
What
my
a better way to start your day.
breakfast of champions, energy drink, and fucking
Dick
beef
Van
jerky.
Mike. And you have beef jerky?
I had a whole bag of beef jerky
And
in
you
the car.
didn't
That was my
share
That was
any
my
with me.
dinner.
Your breakfast.
Yeah, I guess.
I kind of am jealous. I would have loved to have had some of that.
I was gonna get Dawn's, but I looked at the line and I went, nope.
It's
I'm
getting
good.
the line's getting full these days. I think our road here is like in a populated area.
Well, I mean, they do have the movie happening right on Main Street as well. They're filming a movie.
Oh yeah, our town has become like just a hub for film companies.
Yeah, it's because
we've had like 4 movies come through here in the past month.
all the 90-year-olds living in our town refuse to change anything to get business and everything moving through our
They
town.
changed the faces of the businesses so much. You see any pictures or anything?
I did, yeah, I know.
It's insane.
But the actual buildings themselves look like they're from the 50s. That's
Yeah.
why they can use our town.
Exactly. It's like the whole like old west.
Holy hell.
But yeah, everyone, welcome back. Episode 30. We're 60% through the year.
We
Fourth
still-
episode of the second season.
We still have stickers.
We still have stickers. We got to get rid of those, but we're starting to give them away. Lots of new things happening here. If you haven't been chiming into the past episodes, we have this thing now called the live sessions. We've done 2 so far, one with our last guest, Christian, and our first guest of the second season, Derek. They're both on Instagram and YouTube. Worth checking out. I actually got to play guitar in one of them, which was super cool. I only made like a few subtle mistakes that most people that are average listeners might not notice.
Well, if they weren't going to notice, now that you pointed it out, they might notice it.
I like to point out my own flaws so someone else doesn't have to do it for me.
Fair enough.
See? It's
I
a
get it.
win-win.
Yeah, I got you. Maybe I'll do a live session at some point.
Hey, you can close the season.
I could.
Yeah.
I could definitely close the season.
Unless the last episode is someone spectacular. We'll do a double session.
But I'm not doing the song that you want me to do because it's overplayed now.
Yeah, it's fair.
In
I'll
my
accept that.
repertoire.
We'll just get you to do Halo again,
No.
which was so badass.
It was sweet, but
It was great.
I'm not playing Beyonce. If I have one song, I'm going to make it a good one.
Everyone's gonna hear you now. They're gonna be like, "Oh, Mike, play Beyonce." A couple other changes that we've made is we have plants.
We have
here now.
oxygen going on.
We got fresh air. We wanted to spruce it up a little bit, make it like fresh for the people that are watching, see some nice things. We will try and change things subtly and periodically. It won't be dramatic, but we like our flags.
I took the Italian flag down, but
He was wearing a shirt. This guy's milking it. It's been 2 weeks.
yeah, you lost.
I get it. That's why I'm wearing black. I'm sad.
You're mourning.
I'm mourning.
At least you're not wearing the same shirt for a third week in a
No,
row.
I'm not. I'm not. I actually thought about it. I was on my way here. I was like, shit. Am I wearing the same shirt? No, I wasn't. So I was good. But yeah, I'm gonna. No, I can't do anything about that. Yeah. So what else? Oh yeah, make sure you hit that subscribe button.
There you go.
On YouTube, there's a notification bell. You got to hit that so you get notified of all the videos. You get the live sessions. You get the bits because we do bits from this, and then we got the whole episodes.
And on Spotify and Apple and everything, hit that follow button and set up auto downloads so that when you wake up in the morning, it is ready to go for your
On your
commute to
phone.
work or for your shower or for whatever the hell you're doing at home or
Yeah.
yard work and sleeping, whatever you do, whatever you want to do, whatever.
Yeah, man.
Get that set up.
Hit those buttons. Do it up.
Hit all the buttons.
Even
the one that says don't push.
And if you are a musician, I actually really enjoyed the editing the live sessions. I'd love to get some more of yous out here. So if you're a musician, hit us up. Get on the show. Sit in this
Do it.
chair. This chair.
Do it. We should probably get a cool chair for the guests. We should get like a throne of some kind or like an armchair.
That's actually like not a bad idea.
That'd be kind of dope.
I was thinking about doing like a very casual like sit down setup. So you have like a two-seater, two two-seaters or whatever, or like a single chair and like a two-seater, like Like think like every single
Like an actual talk show?
Yeah,
We need to get a little desk and stuff then.
just a little coffee table.
I mean, me and you together, to be completely honest, we could probably build a pretty dope table and put the emblem and everything on it.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Like, take us like a day. Not even.
Maybe we'd probably a couple days for standing and stuff. But yeah, like I don't know. Like the only thing is like this room isn't super well situated for that. But I'm sure like we could find a way to make it work eventually.
We could totally do it. I think we could do it.
The other thing I was thinking about, I think I mentioned this to you before, was turning this table sideways. Did I mention that to you?
Yeah, I think.
Just that way we are closer together, so that way the
But
camera
right now
doesn't
we're
be
still
so far
social
back.
distancing.
We're both double vaxxed, right?
I think.
Yeah.
As long as you are.
Good.
I mean, I was in a fucking coma for like 3 days after my second dose, but
I started feeling like shit
That-
like a week after my
no, that shit
second
hit me
dose.
like a dump truck the next
Yeah?
day.
The
Oh.
next day.
Yeah. Next day. I had to take Tylenol because I could not lift my arm. Like, it was
Uh,
brutal. But I heard that it was a lot rougher for people that got the mix.
Like two different
Yeah.
Juices.
Yes. Because I got Pfizer and then I got Moderna.
Ah, interesting.
Yeah.
I got my second dose and I was fine for like 3 days. I think I got on like a Wednesday or a Thursday, and it wasn't till like Sunday afternoon that I started feeling bad. It was really weird. Like I was really worried too. I was like worried I actually had the vid for a second, but I
Yeah.
did some, doctor Googling.
Google doctor.
Google doctor and found out no, it's not it's not common, but it's not uncommon.
You are popular as fuck today.
Yeah, man. It's all these storms. So my dad's asking me about the cottage right now to see if I know anything because of social media.
I think it's been fine up there.
There's some trees falling down and stuff.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's a lot worse than here. Not as bad as it was last week, but like it's worse than here right now.
Yeah, speaking of which, I guess.
Speaking of which,
We had a tornado. 2, actually.
was it 2?
There were 2 that officially touched down within about an hour of us.
Yeah, so up in Barrie,
Up in
Innisfil, Barrie.
south end of Barrie had one touchdown. Actually ripped apart a subdivision pretty good. We had
we know a guy.
one of our employees as well called in and said it sounded like the dude was sprinting. He was out of breath and everything, like it was brutal. And he ends up calling and saying, yeah, I'm not going to be at work in the morning. There's about 30 houses on my street with no roof on them right now. I'm like, okay, yeah, don't come in. That's fine.
There's someone's launched an investigation into that neighborhood, into some of those neighborhoods, because they're finding that they might not have been structurally sound.
I was actually talking to somebody yesterday. Well, I guess this morning. I hate saying yesterday. This morning when I was at work. And he was saying, yeah, because there's supposed to be a series of like pins and clips that hold the brickwork up into the wall.
Okay.
But the way that the houses looked when they were actually investigating, or what you can even see in the pictures, it looks like the bricks just like fell off of where the wall was, which means they either weren't putting enough or they didn't put any at all.
Okay.
Because it's supposed to hold the bricks up against the wall, right? It's
I
not
guess
like
so.
just standing brick.
I guess that makes sense. Yeah.
And they
I've
were
never built those,
literally
but-
just peeling and falling off, and just like the blocks were left.
So they're just like rushing it.
Yeah.
See, some of the
And the roo-
rooftops
yeah, the
were like
roofs.
pivoted.
Yeah, which means they weren't
So-
anchored in properly.
Yeah, which is like super scary to
Yeah.
think about.
Not good.
I literally looked at like I forget who I was watching it with, but I was like, damn, like I don't want a new build anymore. Just real quick here, I'm just gonna turn that fan lower because I don't know how much of it I can actually get out of the microphones in the recording. Oh, this thing's on. I turn that off.
I mean, I guess.
It just sounds a little bit too loud. I'm not sure I'll be able to get it out.
All right.
So
That's fair. I'm just going to sweat. That's cool.
Oh, I didn't even realize it was on. Did you turn it on?
No, it was on when I got in here.
Whoops.
Who cares?
That's not supposed to leave them unattended. Anyways.
What
It's
do
all
you
good.
mean?
Yeah, you're really not supposed to do that.
Why?
Because they can, if anything goes wrong with them, they don't have like the safety to like turn off. They'll just eventually like blow up.
That's fine.
Yeah, right.
It's fine.
It's great.
Insurance money.
Yeah.
But yeah, so there was that tornado in Barrie, and another one actually touched down briefly in Penetanguishene, but like in the middle of a field, so it didn't really do nothing.
Oh, that's like in a completely separate area too.
Penetanguishene, yeah. There were 2 cells. Like we were tracking just because the vast property where I work, like it's a massive, enormous industry.
Mm-hmm.
And like we're obviously watching the radars to make sure we weren't all in trouble. We had 8,000 employees on site at the time.
That's insane.
So, yeah, we were watching that, and there were two specific, like certain cells. The one that touched down in Barrie actually passed right over us, and the other one was more north and headed more northeast, and kind of bent upwards towards Penetanguishene, Georgian Bay area, and touched down there as well.
Yeah, that's definitely not ideal.
But global warming.
I guess so.
Global warming,
and
dog.
then we got in North Ontario, we got them
Wildfires.
Things are on fire. Same
in
with BC and Alberta.
BC, Alberta, northwestern Ontario. Everything's on fire. Greenland just had a tsunami.
Yo, things are happening everywhere.
Yeah, shit's kind of brutal right now.
It's like
it's not good.
If your country hasn't had a natural disaster this year, you're kind of not one of the cool kids.
Yeah.
Like,
looks they called it in 2012, but it's just a little bit late.
they just forgot to switch the numbers around.
Yeah, 2021.
Yeah. All of a sudden, California is just gonna sink into the ground, and
Who the hell knows, man? It's not looking good right now, though. We're in a little bit of a.
But we're over halfway through, so it can only half the year is
until
gonna
we're having like blizzard hurricanes.
Yeah,
we're
right.
buried under like 8 feet of snow.
It's okay. The majority of the year has passed, and we've been generally safe. Now we just got to survive the last half.
Well, we're from Canada, though. We're just gonna shovel the driveways off and go to work like a normal day.
Oh, I don't even shovel it. Just drive over that snow with your lifted 4x4.
Get a fucking vanilla dip and some poutine and just head off to work.
That was just.
Why does Tim Hortons
forgot about the double?
Fuck the double, man. Drink
No,
your coffee
that's the
like
thing.
Drink your coffee like a man.
Yeah, with
Strong
2
and
milk
black.
and 2 sugar.
I said that once at work, and it was no good.
What?
Somebody asked me, "Hey, Mike, you want a coffee? We're going out." And I go, "Yeah, sure." They go, "How do you take it?" I go, "Like my men." And I'm not gonna say it, but everybody can assume what I mean.
Come on.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I've never been able to live that down. It just gets continuously brought back
Of course
up.
it does.
Yeah,
Of course
it
you
does.
walked yourself into that one.
It doesn't matter.
You ruined your own.
What about like working with you?
I don't even
For
know.
like what, 2.5 years? Every time I'd walk into work, JK, LOL.
Yeah, you said it once.
I
And you
can't
never
say
lived it down.
anything anywhere.
People bring back up the dark times of your past
That's
far
not-
too often.
Not dark times. I could really care less. It takes a lot to embarrass me at this point. To be
Obviously.
completely honest.
Obviously.
I've said multiple times on this podcast that I shit myself at least twice a year. It's a normal occurrence for at least 80% of men. And if you don't want to admit it, and it has happened to you, you're a coward. Just admit it.
Like, I don't completely disagree with you,
Right?
but like, I do really every episode. It's like, oh, my butthole. This.
My butthole's a serious fucking. It's got a problem.
Oh my
Lactose
God.
intolerant. It's battle scarred.
You're gonna be the cancel of you're gonna be the reason we get canceled.
Why?
I don't know, just because you exist.
Just
I like that tree.
it's a money tree.
Yeah, I didn't know it was a money tree until you told
Well,
me.
It's called a money tree.
Yeah, it's hopefully going to be a money tree.
What do you mean?
Like, if you're really sick of all of a sudden $1 bill just grew on that thing.
Well, it wouldn't be any good here, would it?
Yeah, there's exchange
Well,
centers.
I guess, yeah.
And next time I go to Florida for vacation or whatever.
Does that mean it grows already saturated with cocaine and hooker sweat?
I don't even understand what that means.
Because the $1 bills are what you tuck into the G. Never mind.
You're trying too hard to make jokes.
You never hear that kind
No.
of shit where you say, what's the point of a $1 bill? And the Americans go, well, you need something to tuck into the G string?
Never heard that before.
All right. Well, doesn't matter.
Obviously, I've lived a very sheltered life compared to you.
Yeah.
Yeah, well.
Or you just
yeah.
don't watch enough TV.
No, I do not watch stuff, man. It's like such a waste of time. You got to rise and grind every day. No time for TV.
I rise
Unless
and
I'm
grind
watching-
too, but I enjoy my time off.
Unless I'm
after.
watching like Star Wars or Archer, that's pretty much it.
What's going on with Archer?
Oh, well, I was going to save this from the news, but we got season 12 coming out in August 25th.
Is it back to main story finally, or is it another spinoff?
I actually don't know. And it's hard to tell based on the poster because there's so many different things happening on the poster.
Yeah.
So the season 11 was back to normal.
I remember. Yeah, it was, and he had just woken up, right?
He woke up from his... Oh, we can't even say this. This is all spoiler in case people haven't gotten there.
Spoiler.
No, I'm not even going to do it. I'm not
Not
going to
even gonna
explain
do
it. But basically, there was a series of seasons where things were happening that didn't exist. And then, like, The thing is like it gets released on FX before Netflix,
Mm.
and then like I actually might subscribe to it this year just to
So-
get it before it comes out.
We might not even get it on Netflix until like winter.
Correct. Yeah, you won't get it until like just the end of this calendar year,
Yeah.
if not beginning of next.
That's
I
fine.
think the season 11 came out in like January, February or something on Netflix.
I can wait.
But it's gonna be sick because there's a lot of things happening. Unfortunately, though, and I forget her name off the top of my head. It's gonna bug the shit out of me. The actress who voices Mallory Archer,
Mm.
I'm gonna have to look it up. Passed away over the winter, so
Oh, really?
she will not be in it. I'm really curious to know how they're gonna write that into the show, because she's obviously like one of the biggest parts of the show.
Hell yeah. She's like one of the main characters.
She's like the whole, so much of the show is centered around her. So I'm just gonna pull it up right here because I know I
didn't even know that.
shared it recently. I shared it on my story.
I did not know that.
It is Jessica Walter. I knew it. Dumbass.
Springs.
Sorry, the Springs. Yeah. Jessica Walter. And actually, on top of that, she's nominated for an Emmy Award for 2021 as Outstanding Character Voiceover Performance
For Archer?
for Archer,
Wow.
which honestly, she deserves it.
Yeah, I
like
would say
that
so.
role, like you gotta be so dynamic. Like, because in the same, like within 2 scenes of each other, she's being like decent, and then she's freaking out over something, and
Yeah.
she's got to pretend to be drunk all the time because she's always drinking in the show.
Yeah.
Like,
They're all drinking
I think
all the time.
so many of those voice actors like probably don't get enough credit for
I
how
mean,
good of a job they do,
H.
except
John-
for H. John Benjamin, because
He's-
that's his entire life,
He just plays himself in Archer.
basically.
It's amazing.
And every role he does, he's just himself.
hey, I'm gonna do an
Yeah,
impression.
you've done
of-
this on the show
Yeah.
before.
All right. Whatever. Fuck. I'm trying here.
I know you are.
You're being rude.
I am. Oh, look, the sun's coming out. It looks like.
Speaking of new episodes as well, for anybody that watches Grand Tour, they have announced that a new special will be released on July 30th on Amazon
Yes.
Prime as well.
You were telling me about it.
I didn't get. Let me bring up.
Apparently, it's got some interesting stuff going on there. Like they're using land yachts, like classic cars, and they're racing from I forget where.
It
to
is
where?
called.
Oh, it's got a nice title, doesn't it?
Yes. Lockdown, but like lock as in like Loch Ness, like LOCH, like they're in
Okay.
Scotland.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Season 4, episode 3 is coming to July 30th. It'll take whatever. They're in Scotland, called Lockdown. The episode was actually filmed in 2020 mid-pandemic. What's it called? Let me see.
Whoops, hit me, Mike. Nothing. Something.
I'm trying to figure it out. here.
Are you
Yeah.
like skimming through an article or something?
Yeah. They're each driving classic French cars,
French.
which hints a little theme. There's
Can you not pronounce them?
there's a Citroen CX Break,
Okay, I thought you said they were driving land yachts.
a Renault Avantime, and a Matra Marina.
You got photos there?
I do not have photos. They are all giant, enormous land yachts.
Oh,
though.
they are big
I did
cars,
see
though.
that, yeah. So I didn't know that they were French.
See, when I heard
saw,
that, I assumed it was going to be American.
I thought I saw a Cadillac though, but which is maybe, I don't know.
Maybe it was just like a screen grab from another episode.
Could be.
Or from
They were definitely land
Top
yachts.
Gear or something, because they
Yeah.
probably did the same thing in Top Gear.
They
but
probably
in America.
did at some point. But
Um,
I'm fucking excited. I have also been watching. Jeremy Clarkson has a new series as well out on Amazon Prime called Jeremy's Farm.
Yeah, I saw the trailer.
Funny as fuck.
It looks really funny.
It's so funny.
I might
but
get on
it
that.
also puts into perspective how fucking busy farmers are. Because he is actually doing all of the work,
Is he?
which is insane.
I thought he was just visiting a farm and participating. It's his farm?
It's his 1,000 acre farm
Okay.
that he owned. He always owned, but for a while he had somebody living there and working on it, and they were just running it for him, and he owned the property.
Okay.
But that guy retired, and he could not hire anybody, so he just decided to do it himself.
Okay.
And
Wow.
so he went in there, and pretty much in the first episode, the guy goes, So you need this, and this, and this, which is going to cost about 260,000 pounds. And then you need to do this, and this throughout your entire 1,000 acres, and you have 14 days.
Makes sense.
And then it rained for 4 days straight, and they can't work in the rain. Yeah.
Because it just rains
so
all the time.
he's completely screwed. He needed a tractor. He went out and bought the largest fucking tractor you could ever imagine. That is also Lamborghini brand.
Of course it is,
Yeah,
because that's how they started.
Yeah, it's hilarious. It's the funniest damn thing I've ever seen in my entire life, though.
Yeah, people don't actually realize how, like, I mean, a lot of our peers and our, like, cohort know how hard farmers work, but a lot of people that are not in farming communities don't realize, like, how...
Oh, yeah. It's insane, the shit
like,
that he's doing.
When people from, like, the city who've never experienced, like, country living... like go all out in their country like theme like attire and lifestyle, and you're like, yo, you don't even know like what
I mean
a 16 to 18 hour day looks like.
He kind of flip-flops between serious and comedy, which is funny, but to put into perspective the theme of like the kind of vibe of the show, he did get sheep at one point.
I saw that.
He's got a herd of sheep, and there were 3 that were unable to reproduce, so they're no good to him at that point because they can't breed. So he goes, I don't know what I'm going to do with them. And it shows him like at the slaughterhouse dropping them off, and he's like really upset about it. And then it cuts to him eating shepherd's pie, and he just goes, didn't think I was going to eat them. I didn't think I'd be able to. But it's so funny. It's just Jeremy being Jeremy, but with no cars.
That's I mean, like he's a comedian like first.
Oh yeah,
was a journalist first, comedian second,
so
car
funny.
guy.
So funny.
Well, that's the thing is like Top Gear or Grand Tour. It's like it's a show for everyone because of the comedy. I mean, it is a bit specific. Like not everyone likes the car humor, but there is enough regular humor in there to
entertain anybody.
Yeah.
I mean,
like your girlfriend can watch it even though she doesn't like it.
Yeah.
My girlfriend wouldn't probably watch it at all.
My girlfriend does not like to watch it.
But I'm sure they're out there.
Yeah. They're out there. They're somewhere.
The girls who like Top Gear.
And Grand Tour.
Which
is arguably better. Just because the budget is insane.
There was things that I really didn't like that they were getting experimental on, like the American in the first season.
Nobody liked the American.
Nobody liked the American.
Yeah.
Because it was so fake. Like, it wasn't even funny.
No, I know.
They just, like, took some guy and was like, just say everything's communist and then you'll be funny. And it's like, no.
Make fun of it because it doesn't have a giant V8.
Yeah. Like, it just didn't work. It was so fake.
Yeah.
It was so forced.
It was. They said they made a joke about it in the first episode of the second season, though, and they did the first, when they did the lap, and they go, we did a poll on the first season. It turns out the American will no longer be on the show because you all hated him.
Well, then nobody liked the celebrities dying.
They tried something in the first season, but the first season of something was always like a pilot,
season, wasn't it?
No, that was the first season.
Oh yeah, that sucked too.
The first season was them dying. The second one was when they started the best celebrity with the name John, and they'd have like a tennis player and like a an actor.
Right. See, that was kind of funny.
That's cool, right?
Yeah, because you have 2 totally different guys.
Oh yeah, it was funny. That was good. They had some pretty good people too on there.
Yeah, they always have like a history of like having good guests and like making it
Kiefer
like
Sutherland.
But they asked them good questions too, especially in Top Gear. Like they'd always ask them like proper like questions, like asking about things that normal interviewers don't ask about.
Top Gear was more of a talk show rather than like how Grand Tour is like an entertainment kind of like just a series, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Which is, I mean, you could tell the difference between BBC and Amazon, obviously.
Yes.
The BBC is very news oriented.
Yes, obviously.
But
it's not very it's not a good consumer advice show is what they always pitch it as sarcastically.
Yeah.
It's like, all right, so between what was the episode? It was in Top Gear, and they did an episode on the 3 hatchbacks that you like the best hatchbacks you could get, and it was like the Focus RS 500
GTI, because Jeremy was part of it.
It was the Focus RS 500. It was the Volvo C90 PCP, and C30 PCP. And I forget what the last one was. I don't think it was Volkswagen. It was something else, like Renault.
Really?
Yeah, it was like
the Clio.
It was whatever it was at the end of the show, because the joke was a consumer advice bit.
Yeah.
At the end, it was like, Also, all these cars are limited edition and completely sold out, and there's zero chance you'll ever be able to buy one again. So this was the best consumer advice and the worst consumer advice. Because like all these cars are great, but you'll never be able to buy any of them. And like the Volvo C30 PCP never actually came to production.
Really?
The Focus RS, like it was called like the 500 or something. It was not the Cosworth, or maybe it was. Doesn't matter. Like that version of it never came to production, and whatever the other one was.
So were they just concepts? I guess
they were all concepts.
That's lame.
Yeah, I think one of them, like a version of it. I think it was the Focus. A version of it came to production, but all of them were just like cars you couldn't get. So it was like a stupid joke.
I have a question while we're on car talk.
Of course,
because I know you know a little bit more than I do in terms of innovation.
Sure.
What in the fuck is Polestar, and why does it look exactly like a Volvo? Is it Volvo?
No, it's just a privately owned electric car company.
Why
they
do they
only have like 2 or 3 models?
Why do they look exactly like Volvos?
Because they're I haven't seen the most recent version of them, but they're probably doing something similar to the original Tesla Roadster, where they buy something else and convert it.
Really?
So they're
because I know the Polestar, that new one that just came out, is like a 4-door saloon.
There's a 2-door coupe that's kind of like a muscle car shaped looking thing. It looks like a beefy Audi meets Camaro, or Audi meets Mustang.
But yeah, the new one looks exactly like a Volvo S90.
Is that the sedan?
Mm.
So they kind of look a little bit similar to Volvos, but I think they probably just buy a Volvo like chassis and work from there.
That's
what Tesla did with the first version Roadster. It was just a Lotus Elise.
Really?
Yes, but
I love the Lotus.
But
Elise.
it was, I think Elon Musk said something like it was like 80% not a Lotus Elise.
Yeah.
So if you look at because they had to like cut a whole bunch of shit out, he said it was actually more expensive. To buy the Lotus chassis and like use it to make the car. But for guys who are starting up who don't have access to like all the machinery and working and employees and all that, it is kind of like the better way to go. Because then you can actually have a car and then just customize it as you wish. But yeah, are you looking it up right now?
So, Polestar.
Oh, so you're asking me, but you're going to look it up anyways.
I just wanted to look it up because I was looking up a picture to show you, because it does literally look exactly like the Volvo S90, the new one. And there's a question here on Google: is Polestar owned by Volvo? And it says, we share technology and engineering expertise with Volvo Car Group, yet we go our own way as a guiding star. So they do a lot of work with Volvo, but they are not Volvo.
Right.
But essentially, and I'll show you, but you could probably put a picture up on the video. But I don't know if you know what the new Volvos look like, but come on. It's a Volvo.
That's the coupe.
That's the Polestar 2.
Yeah, it's a coupe.
Oh, that is a coupe, but they do make a sedan. Here it is. It's a Volvo. Yeah. It looks exactly like a Volvo.
Yeah. So it's just like the same thing where they
same
just take
headlights. The grill is very similar.
They take the body and the car itself as a structure, and then they just make it electric. So it is an electric car company.
Yeah.
That's what they are.
No, they are independent. Yeah. So that's cool.
So it's just the thing is, I don't think they're ever going to be as big as Tesla.
I doubt it, but they look nice.
Or even they'll probably never be as big as Volvo.
Well, you even have like stuff like Rimac, right?
I don't know what that one is.
Rimac is the electric supercar that Hammond crashed in Grand Tour.
Oh yeah, well that's
the equivalent of like 1,700 horsepower.
Yeah, well that's a specialty manufacturer that makes like 20 cars.
Yeah, it's like Koenigsegg, right?
Well, they make hundreds. They make a lot of cars.
Wow,
I know hundreds, whatever, but like, and the thing with Koenigsegg is they actually have
for like what, $1.8 million. I don't think they're gonna sell.
No, they're under $1 million.
No, they're not.
Yeah,
the Agera RS is under $1 million.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's like 400,000 or 500,000.
I need to check this.
You gotta keep fact checking everything.
Yeah.
So the thing.
Let's see if I can spell Koenigsegg.
Yeah, good luck. I always had trouble saying it. I have to like double think about it. Oh, I typed my password wrong. Koenigsegg, I think, is how it's pronounced, unless I'm pronouncing that wrong like a fucking idiot. But they have different factories that have like different tributes. So they have the one factory that was based on, I forget what division of what Air Force, but they always put a ghost on it.
How much did you say the RS was? The Agera RS?
Isn't it like 5 to 6?
4.1 million.
4.1 million.
4.1 million.
What's special about it? Because
$4.1 million Koenigsegg Agera RS is a custom built hypercar.
Yeah, but how many are there?
Uh,
Is it a version or is it the
fully
the
road
stock
legal.
model?
It's the stock one. Looks like
That must be like a limited run. Does it have the ghost on it?
I don't know.
I thought they were a lot more reasonable.
Oh, Koenigsegg Agera RS. No, the actual produced one, not a custom, is 2.5 million Canadian.
Okay, I was still wrong, but yeah. So they have limited runs. I wonder what the
4.
the regular Agera is.
Probably less.
Yeah,
But the RS is the one that does like 273 miles an hour or something like that. Like, it's insane.
yeah, and then the 1-to-1 is a lot more.
Yeah.
1-to-1 is a lot higher up there. I don't think that ever really made it to production. I think that was like custom order only, like by appointment and request.
What are you going to do with these cars? I don't understand why you would buy a car that does like 500 kilometers an hour and drive it like 80.
So, have you ever watched Apex?
It's like putting it in neutral and just letting it roll.
Have you ever watched Apex, the
No.
documentary on Netflix?
No.
So it's basically surrounds itself with Christian, the owner of Koenigsegg. His name's Christian von Koenigsegg. And it kind of just follows him in like the whole supercar culture sort of thing. Hypercar culture. And it's basically, to put it in simple terms, it's just a dick sizing contest.
Yeah, I mean, I guess.
Across the board.
It's kind of like the Cold War.
So
I have 8 nukes. Well, I have 10.
So what happens is they all make a car like every year or every couple of years
Yeah.
for Geneva, the Geneva Motor Show in Switzerland.
Oh, okay.
And they are trying to, they're all trying to be the top. They're trying to be the showcase. They're trying to get to the cover of Forza Motorsport kind of
Yeah,
thing. You know what I
fair
mean?
enough.
So
Which was the Senna on Horizon 4, wasn't it?
I don't even know what Horizon 4 was. Doesn't really matter. I don't actually care as much as the car companies do.
Okay.
I'm
just
because they all like get hard dicks over who's gonna be on the
well,
cover.
obviously.
Nice. Product placement.
Yeah.
So the 1-to-1, the Agera 1-to-1, didn't actually get to testing on the Nürburgring before the motor show, and they also were worried about it even being finished by the time they got there.
Yeah.
So there was a lot of competitors that year, and if I remember specifically, there was Porsche, Ferrari, Pagani, and I don't know if you remember the Devil 16.
No, I don't know what that is at all.
So that was like,
but I'm assuming the Ferrari brought either the LaFerrari or the FXX.
so Ferrari is just never releases their numbers ever.
Well, they don't need to. It's pretty.
It's kind of annoying when you're like a person picking which one's the fastest or trying to figure it out, but them and McLaren both tend to hide their numbers a lot.
Yeah.
So even when they were on like Top Gear and stuff, if you notice, they don't always talk about the numbers.
They don't talk about the lap
and
times,
and the McLarens that they drive.
And the Porsche, I've noticed, does as well.
Yes, they'll get a bit pompous about it because they don't want to release the numbers before the other guy and then find out that someone else spends another day making it faster by reducing some weight somewhere in the car.
Exactly.
Like, it's just like, it's literally just a dick sizing contest for all these rich car makers. Because these guys, not only are they just like passionate about cars and being the fastest, they're also all just loaded.
Oh yeah, they're using their own money for this shit.
Yeah.
Right? Like it's not...
They're obviously making it back because the cars, there's no way that $4 million car is actually $4 million in parts.
Probably $500,000 to make it, and then
Maybe.
Yeah.
It's like the R&D, but at the same time they're all skeleton crews of like 50 people and whatever. Like
in
they're
a
all
small plant,
Not Ferrari,
just
but we're talking more Pagani and
just die casting out
It's
carbon
like-
fiber, and that's it.
yeah, right? So anyways, if I recommend for people to watch it if you're into cars because it's just kind of funny like how serious they take it. And like, I don't know if you remember when Liam was here, we were talking about forget the guy who owns Pagani's first name, but he's just like is it start with an A?
Well, those cars are like art forms, though. That like especially Pagani, like they used to be they are
Well,
still stupid fast.
Those two are like direct competitors.
Which one?
Koenigsegg and Pagani.
Probably, yeah, because they're both very fast and very pretty.
They both have the same sort of idea, though. They're both like, I'm trying to make the fastest car in the world.
Yeah,
and fuck you. That's what
I like Pagani because they always have completely exposed gearboxes.
It's
or the shifting
It's
mechanism.
a shifting mechanism that's
Not-
exposed
yeah.
on some of their models
Most of them.
because they're trying to make it like
Raw sports car, no technology.
well, he's just like he's a big fan of art
Yeah.
in general and like mechanical mechanisms. So a
Yeah.
lot of the cars are very mechanical.
Yeah.
Not much electronics supporting it,
Which is good.
which is good for a driver's car, not for the audience of the people that are buying his car because they probably don't know how to drive said cars.
Yeah.
That's why they make a lot of these cars automatic now, because people don't know how to drive anymore.
Yeah.
That's part of the reason.
I know, yeah.
There's a lot of other reasons.
I mean, at the same
performance is also
Performance
a big
is
factor.
big because like a dual clutch paddle shifter is an instantaneous change, whether
Yeah.
you're not having clutch lag or anything like that,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, he's pompous. He's a character.
Pagani?
Yeah, he's Argentinian, half Argentinian, half Italian.
Yeah.
But he can speak like 7 languages or 6 languages or something. Like he can speak Japanese, English, Italian, I think German. I want to say French.
Well, he's in the car world. You got to learn how to speak all
But
the
he
big car
doesn't speak any other language publicly except for Italian, and he'll bring a translator with him.
But
just
he speaks
because
all
he
the languages.
doesn't want to speak the other languages.
Really?
Yeah.
So when it
It's-
comes to business, that's fine. But when it comes to public appearance, he doesn't give a shit.
No, it's like he doesn't if he's out of his core,
That's what I'm saying. So if he's in if he has to do like a conference call with Honda,
he's gonna speak Italian.
he's gonna really,
Yeah.
even if it's
Like
not public.
anything that's recorded or anything that's public is it's all in the documentary.
That's ridiculous.
He's
actually.
like
That's
he's
so
just this
funny.
pompous rich guy who's like, no, I speak Italian.
Yeah.
Okay, buddy.
He's only half Italian.
He's only half Italian.
That's actually hilarious.
So I guess the last language would have been Argentinian.
That
So
is
I think
actually
it's
funny
the
as
6
fuck.
languages, something like that. It's definitely all like European and then English.
That
So
actually
all
is.
European languages.
That's really funny, actually.
It's like I don't blame him, but also it's like,
I mean,
come on, like
if I had that dramatic of a quantity of money, I'd probably do the same shit.
if I could speak other languages, I would speak other languages.
I would pretend I was mute and just get a translator for everything.
but like I don't know.
I'd be like the one rich guy that like people ask me a question, I just whisper in somebody's ear.
and then
and
just
then-
get
and
them
they
to say
go,
it for you.
He says you're fired and get the fuck out. And bring him a Fresca on the way in. Yeah, like
Yeah, I'm not gonna hound you for that one. I kind of like.
I'll tell you what, if I ever win like millions and millions of dollars, I'll buy you that 72 Skyline just so that you never pester me for having somebody to speak to you for me.
Sorry, you mean that I never pester you for having someone that speaks like between us?
Yeah.
Oh, so you'll have a guy who's like,
You'll have to speak to my guy and he'll
Hey,
tell me.
Dick,
Yeah. Even though I'm sitting right here.
Myke says, "Go fuck yourself."
Yeah.
Oh,
And then you'll say, whatever, I'll just go drive around in my fucking 72 Skyline. Like
I had like a half dream. I think it was like a conscious dream the other day that my parents like brought one home for me.
And how rigid were you when you woke up?
Like not at all, because I realized it was a dream.
Oh.
It's like one of those things where I was like, ah. So I started following this guy on Instagram who's got a 510, a Datsun 510.
Yeah.
Which I guess what is this?
The same thing.
71, and he front end swapped a 72 Skyline.
Oh wow.
So he's got the front end of a 72 Skyline in the back of the Datsun 510, and I didn't actually think it would look good, but it looks really clean.
No, was it an RB28?
Well, I don't know what the engines were back then.
Oh.
It was a front end swap, not like the mechanical. I don't know what he has under the hood. I think he still has like an RB engine. I think he modernized it, but like
Okay.
as far as the aesthetic goes, like he took like the bumpers and the panels from the Skyline.
It's just like what subtle changes though, right?
It's a lot different than you think. If you look them side by side, you see a lot of differences.
Oh,
like
okay.
I don't think the 510 had the hood mirrors.
Oh,
Like the Skyline.
those are the best part of it.
It's the worst. If I did
They're
get a
dope.
Skyline, I would have. If I got a 72 Skyline, I would have to put like at least one of the taxi mirrors on my front door,
Dude, those things are sick.
because
I
like,
love the hood
They
mirrors.
actually wouldn't like. They'd be too hard to see.
Because the original 70s Honda Civics had it as well.
a lot of cars like that from that era and before
It's so
had it.
cool.
It's cool, but it's like so
Impractical.
impractical. And it's just it's not a good
You
idea.
have a mirror that big by the time you're actually seeing it.
Yeah, it's like this. It's like the size of the top of the cup, and it's like 5 feet away from you.
Is there somebody beside me? Is there somebody beside me? Is there somebody? No. Oh yeah. No.
It's
Yeah.
It's
No.
definitely a car you got to turn your head around when you're changing lanes. Like that's for sure.
I just wouldn't change lanes because even if I scuffed that thing, I'd be pissed.
Well, there's a lot of visibility because like
It's a bubble.
from the body line. No, it's not a bubble. It's like a box.
Well, you know what I mean.
From like the body line where like the hood meets like the trunk and like the roof of the car is a lot higher than like most modern cars. Like as you notice, like the side profile where the windows are of modern cars is getting shorter and shorter and shorter.
Yeah, I know.
Back then was like near the peak of height, I guess, of closed in vehicles. Because like closed in vehicles are still sort of like gaining momentum by like the 50s.
Well, I know now. I like what
40s.
The Lamborghini Urus doesn't even have mirrors on the damn thing. It's just cameras on both sides.
Really?
They don't even have mirrors. It's got two little chutes that have cameras on each side, and you have screens on the inner of your C-pillars that show what the mirror sees. Which I don't
Are they like little like sort of like thin like blades that come off? Oh, okay.
I don't know why.
Aerodynamics? I don't know. I can't defend them. It's stupid.
Just make smaller mirrors.
No, don't do that because people suck at driving.
So what? Are you gonna look at a TV instead?
I mean, if it's,
have you seen the inside of a Lamborghini?
Is it like a fisheye lens?
Kinda.
So you can see like a lot. You can actually see the blind spot.
Yeah, but the screen is like on the inside of the C-pillar.
But how high quality
into the
is the screen?
It's good quality.
Oh, I
but
keep hitting the mic.
It's small.
I'm gonna have to go test drive one of these because I know that like my neighbor has one. You know, like I live in the rich. I'm never gonna drive one in my life.
I know. Have you seen what the inside of a Lamborghini looks like?
Like
it makes airplanes look easy.
Yeah.
Buttons. Same with the Porsche Cayenne. I never understood why there's so many fucking buttons.
Because it looks cool.
And why Mercedes still has a full phone keypad on their dashboards.
Because it is classy. I don't know. I can't defend them for you.
Who's gonna sit there and go? Oh, yes, Penelope, I'm bringing home beluga caviar. Like, no, fuck off. Talk to your phone. Whatever assistant it's got.
Is that from something?
No. Penelope just sounds like a classy bougie name for some reason. I don't know.
You could have like done like Thomas
Penelope
or like Charles.
Wow. Speaking of high tech as well, though, I did. We talked about it briefly before we started recording, but the Tesla.
Hold on.
Okay. Jesus.
Sorry, I hit the table. I reckon it's time for the
news.
Yeah.
Breaking news.
That was too long of a delay, but it'll be.
I was waiting for you to say the news as well.
Oh, you're trying to. You got to communicate these things with me better.
Yeah, fucking dungaroo.
So when you say it, like point to yourself and then point to me. Anyways, so tell me about this.
Yeah,
I'll let you go first.
I mean, I didn't look too deeply into the numbers or anything like that, but there are videos now being released. I guess they're road testing the Tesla semis.
That's cool.
They are cool. They accelerate faster than my fucking car
with
a full loaded trailer. Which is insane.
Always confused me, even when they were trying to explain how it worked. I was just like, damn, dog. Like,
it's instant torque. It's not having to build up through 98 fucking gears when you hear the truck driver at a red light going, oh, 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 oh. Okay, good. I'm at 10. Like,
yeah.
God damn it. They're just like, gone.
So the power on those things, right? So the way it works is like it recognizes the load that it's pulling behind it as far as weight goes. And so if you were driving the truck without a trailer, the acceleration would be the same like rate as if you had a full 80,000 pound trailer on the back.
Yeah.
Because it's what it's doing is just like putting more power to it. So it's like rated to, like, imagine it accelerating at the rate of which it had a trailer. If it didn't have a trailer, it doesn't even dust like F1 cars.
Okay, so here's the stats here.
Here's the stats.
It does 0. This is a semi. All right. So for those car listeners,
what is the load size?
36,000 kilos.
Oh, so a full
full load. Okay, that's what the specs are all being measured with. 36,000 kilos of load. Okay. It does 0 to 100 kilometers an hour in 25 seconds.
That's a lot faster than a
That's
truck.
insane. Speed up a 5% grade is 100 plus kilometers an hour. It does 800 kilometers on a full charge.
That's impressive. Just so you know, that is 79,000 pounds.
Yeah.
So that is a full trailer. That is
it does
800 kilometers. Sorry, miles.
800 kilometers. That's an
on a
economy
full
car
charge,
on a full charge with 36,000 kilos.
Pulling for you non-Americans. Oh, wait, it was kilos. Kilos is North Americans. Fuck, that's metric. I'm an idiot.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a full. Like that's a full, like you're not like legally allowed to pull more than that. So that's insane.
It's got 4 independent motors on rear axles.
So each back tire has its own motor.
Mm-hmm. It consumes less than 125 kilowatt hour per 100 kilometers.
I don't know what that means.
That's nuts. It's fucking crazy.
I don't have any benchmark for that one, so I don't know.
It's
everything else is insane. I believe it's insane. I just don't have a
crazy.
benchmark for that stat specifically.
It's
but
crazy.
Yeah, to go. So you said 25 seconds from 0 to 100.
Yeah,
100 kilometers an hour, or 100.
Yeah, it's and its expected base price, the 800 kilometer range model, the lowest one being 475 kilometers pulling a full load, which is still nuts. 500 kilometers.
Pulling a full
load.
So what was the stat for 800 kilometers?
800 kilometers? That's what I read is the
pulling how much?
The same, 36,000 kilos. But there's different ranges, like the models. You know what I mean?
Oh, so you're saying the lowest model goes like 500.
Will go 500 kilometers. The highest will go 800.
That's still insane.
Yeah, which the most expensive it will ever get is $230,000 Canadian.
For its purpose, that seems rather reasonable.
It's nuts. That's how much like normal.
I don't know how much
are.
like a fully loaded Peterbilt is, but I'm sure it's a hell of a lot more than that.
More than that.
I can only imagine.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Let me see if it's got.
I know it's probably more than that because you can't get a quote on Peterbilt's website. I remember I did it for fun one day.
And it's a single cabin as well. It's a single seat cockpit. That's what the cockpit looks like.
It doesn't have two slightly adjusted. Are you sure?
I'm sure.
Go to see the interior. I think there's 2 adjusted seats that sit behind it.
Oh, maybe there are. No, it doesn't look like it. It looks like it's got a sleeper cabin.
3-seater?
Nope.
Cool thing about these is you can convoy them. So you actually only need 1 driver. Hey, did you know that?
So what do you mean?
So you can have like 3 or 4 of them in a row.
And the autopilot will follow you?
Yeah.
That's insane.
You only need 1 driver for like 4 trucks.
That's actually that's insane.
Yeah.
That's nuts.
I know 3 for sure. I don't know if they can do more than 4, but I know it's 3 for sure when they were talking
so 4
about
in a line in total. 1 with a driver and 3 following.
I believe that's what it is.
That's fucked.
Yeah. So they'll just know.
Pardon my French.
I mean, I'm sure once it gets to like No, you know what? They probably program parking properly too, so it probably knows how to pull up to I'm assuming you don't have to use a specific trailer. Because like they'll probably have camera rigs all over the back of the trailer
probably,
and stuff.
yeah.
So you probably have to use a very specific trailer. But that being said, that just means that technology is going to move ahead, and all truck drivers are going to have cameras in the back of their trailers to back up the docks and shit.
There's also technology that they're testing now, even for just normal semis. That's a camera system that hooks up to the back of your truck and the back of the trailer that makes the trailer invisible. And I'm using finger quotations now, so that when you're backing up, you see exactly what's behind the trailer and around it.
Yeah, I do remember something like that.
Which is also insane.
Like it's weird too, like when you see like so Rolls-Royce had this technology like years ago. Obviously, it's Rolls-Royce. But what it did, it had like a sonar, like each corner of the car would send out like a sonar signal or whatever.
Yeah.
And it would be able to make like a 3D sort of like overview of your car.
The bird's eye?
Yeah, so I think Volvo has that now.
Volvo has it. A lot of cars have
I'm
it.
talking like 10 years ago or more.
Mercedes is using it now. Like all the big companies are using it
So
now.
like that is just insane. So you can see like you can see like tree branches.
Yeah, I know. It's crazy.
Now it's like more common practice, as you just mentioned. But like just thinking about how they've brought this into the semi, it's like 800 kilometers is just unreal.
Yeah, on a
My
charge.
car can't even go 800 kilometers on a tank of
Fucking
70 liters.
plug that shit in, get in a sleeper, take a nap, wake up, keep going.
Yeah. And then if you really need to rotate members, you got 3 trucks with cabins where you can just like...
Dude sleeping in the second fucking truck, just chilling.
Yeah, you only have to drive like 4 or 5 hours at a time before you switch to the next guy. No problem.
I did actually get to watch a video last week, I believe it was, of somebody just sitting in the Tesla Model S just while it's on autopilot, and it's like pulling up to red lights, it's waiting, it detects pedestrians, and it's showing the whole computer view of it, and it's like mapping everything out, and it's like stopping at red lights, it's going when it's safe, it's merging. All you have to do is like flip a turn signal and it changes lanes for you.
Yeah, it's so cool.
It's nuts.
I don't have another word for it. It's so cool.
Insane. But I know that they announced that they want to have Canada completely gasoline vehicle free by 2035.
Well, we know that's not happening.
No.
Anyone with anyone who watches engineering explained on YouTube knows that doesn't make any sense.
And we need the carbon tax gone, because I don't want to spend $1.40 on fucking gas anymore.
So the reason that the carbon tax exists is an incentive to drive people to the electric car market or the hybrid market.
I mean, I guess, but Alberta canceled it, and like within 4 days, their gas dropped from $1.33 to 97 cents.
Yes, that's because that is the carbon tax.
I know, it's stupid.
Yes.
And groceries, like everything.
Yeah, it's the problem is like it's hard to argue with that one for me, because it's an incentive to get people to be green. However, the knowledge and research involved is not always unbiased.
Yeah.
So I think I told you about this one once upon a time. I probably talked about this on the show. I think I have a couple times actually. So automakers on average, I think they make their cars like up to 5% more fuel efficient every year.
Yeah.
Obviously, the margin for making it more efficient goes smaller as they progress. But, you remember like Mazda came out with Skyactiv.
Yeah.
And they were able to go like 1,000 kilometers on a tank.
Mm-hmm.
So the market share of electric cars to gasoline cars is 98% to 2%.
Yeah.
So 2% of cars sold are electric. But on average, 98% of cars every year become 5% more efficient on fuel. How much fuel goes into making the electric cars is insane. I don't know the numbers exactly, but it's more than... Basically, the very simple answer is that the best thing anyone could ever do if they want to have a green thumb about driving is buy a 20-year-old Japanese like economy car.
Yeah.
Buy a 20-year-old Civic, Corolla, whatever. So that's like my issue with the carbon tax thing. But I understand why they're trying to do it, but it just really...
If they want people to go towards the electric car market, they need to stop making them so fucking expensive. But they can't stop making them so damn expensive because of the technology and everything. And
not enough people are buying them.
Not enough people are buying them. So it's a stupid circle.
Yes.
Where we're getting trapped into.
That's every single innovative product in history, though.
I know.
There's nothing in the world that's ever
starts
come out
off stupid
where it's
expensive,
opposite.
And then they want you to buy it, so they make everything else more expensive, and then you're fucked both ways.
Like 10 years ago, to have a smart home, or even 15 years ago, a smart home
insane.
Costed like hundreds of thousands
now
of dollars.
You sign up for Netflix and you get a free one.
Yes. Like now it's like you can buy like motors for your blinds on Amazon for like $10.
Yeah. Which is
like light switches for like $20.
Yeah. I got a pack of 2 smart bulbs for like $15.
Exactly. But
exactly.
You'd have to buy some sort of fancy one-off receiver that was made in China for like $1,000.
Not even.
Back in the day, years ago.
Back in the day. Right. Now you can get like the top of the line Alexa or Google Home, and they're like what, $150 maybe?
Like maybe.
And you could run your entire house off of it.
So it's like everything. Like everything's like that. Which it's the adoption or the adoption process is always long with certain technology. And then you get all the debates about if it's like a good thing or not. And it's like, whatever. I mean, at the end of the day, everyone who drives a Tesla just says once they drive a Tesla, every other car seems stupid.
Yeah.
Because
100%. Like they look amazing. They drive amazing.
Yeah. It feels good. It's a good car. It's safe. It's fast.
But God forbid it lights on fire. Then you're screwed.
Yeah, like then they have to lock it up for like a while because they never know if it spontaneously combusts. But like if every car becomes autonomous, the rate of collisions goes down by like 99%.
People would find ways to screw it up.
People don't. So that's the whole thing, though.
Mm-hmm.
Any instance of human input in Elon Musk's mind is error.
Yeah.
So every time a human has to do something, it's like incorrect.
Mm-hmm.
Like the car should like start, before like as you're getting ready for work. So that way, if in the winter it's cold, your car is warmed up by the time you get to it, or vice versa. It should know when to turn itself on and off.
Like, I mean, I do like
it should know where to go as soon as you get into the car.
You like program it with your phone.
Not even. It should know that every Monday to Friday at 7 a.m. you leave your house and go to work. So you should no longer have to put that into your car. It's like, remember I was telling you about how they're going to have no more like shifting options. It's just going to be a gas pedal and a brake pedal, and that's it.
Yeah.
For forward and reverse.
Yeah.
So it'll know based on where you are situated and how you're situated if you should be going backwards or forwards.
Fair enough.
Even if you're at a red light, it'll recognize, if it's turning green, he's going forward, obviously. If he's parallel parking, obviously he's got his wheel turned, he's going like backwards, whatever.
Well, I do know there are even motorcycles are getting into the electric market at this point. I know
you were mentioning that's kind of interesting.
Harley Davidson has an electric bike called the Livewire that costs more.
Does it make noise on purpose or does it not?
No, it doesn't make noise. Just sounds like a electric,
like a spaceship.
Yeah. They're insanely fast, obviously, but they cost twice as much as my car.
I believe it.
Which is, they're like, I think they start at like 28 grand or something like that.
Oh, yeah.
Which is insane for a motorcycle. But then again, it's a Harley Davidson. Like they have some models that are like 60
most
grand.
their bikes worth like that much off the lot anyways?
Depends. You get the big touring bikes, you're looking at 30 to 40,000, sometimes up to 50, depending on the options you put into it. But if you get like the smaller ones, like the Sportsters and all that stuff, like you're looking at like 11 to 14.
Oh, that's actually not as bad as I thought it was.
Brutal, still expensive. I thought, like,
for
Harleys a bike,
were just
right?
like, I thought Harleys were like in like the $40,000-$50,000 range.
Some of them are. If you start getting into like the CVOs with the Rockford Fosgate like stereo system.
What about the Hell's Angels ones?
Yeah, those are fucking pricey.
Okay.
Those are starting.
That's what I assumed.
There's like those big touring bikes. I call them couch cruisers. A lot of people call them couch cruisers.
All right.
You could do like 500 kilometers on a full tank on those things.
That's actually quite a bit.
They got navigation, satellite radio, Bluetooth radio, fucking amps, hard luggage.
They fit all that in a motorcycle.
Yeah.
That's impressive.
Those hard bags will usually have the amps and the speakers in them, and then also the compartments, and then they're like running it underneath. Got it. All the big Batwing fairings, like the windshields they have, have all the technology in them as well. They got speakers, navigation, Bluetooth, airbags in the Hondas now.
I remember you mentioned that to me.
The Honda Goldwing touring bikes actually have key fob. They're push button start. They have airbag front and rear for passenger and driver.
That's insane.
It's nuts.
I remember you mentioning a lot of that stuff on the show.
It's crazy. It's the amount of shit they're putting into these things. It's like insane.
It's next level.
Considering the motorcycle market's actually been dropping through the years.
Yeah, it makes sense.
So a lot of people don't think that they're safe.
Yeah, well,
it's not the motorcycle isn't safe. It's that people are fucking stupid in their cars.
Yeah, but unfortunately, in turn, that means driving a motorcycle is safe.
I know.
Anyways, next bit of the news. You have something else?
I do.
How much news do you have before the birthdays?
Birthdays, history, and one other thing. But you get into your thing.
Is yours sadder or happier than mine?
Happy.
Okay, good. I'll do mine first.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, I'm gonna pull up the article here. We got some sad news in the punk world. Here, let me just pull it up. Mark Hoppus from Blink-182 has
the soul singer at this point.
There's Matt Skipa who does like the higher ones from what's his band?
Was it
Alkaline Trio?
Alkaline Trio. I was gonna say I know they confronted Angels and Airwaves, but he turned it down.
Angels and Airwaves is the old singer of Blink.
No, it's not. Is it?
Yes.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Is it actually?
Yes, it's the same guy.
Oh, I didn't know that.
That's why it's exactly the same music.
Fair enough. I didn't know that. Continue.
Anyways, so Mark Hoppus from Blink-182, the bass player and the singer, has announced. He announced on his Twitch stream, I believe, last week, that he has, and I honestly don't even know if I'm pronouncing this right, so I'm not going to pretend to be an expert. That he has, he said he was diagnosed with diffuse large B-cell lymphoma stage 4A.
That's no good, actually.
I
Stage 4?
Don't know what a lot of that means, except for the stage 4 bit I know is like high.
If they
It's
caught
bad.
it in stage 1 or early in stage 2, he could potentially be okay. At stage 4, he's probably pretty screwed.
Yeah, so I know I got a couple friends who are like one of like the drummer of the band. He's like a diehard
Blink fan.
Blink fan. He's the drummer, and he's got like Travis Barker's like cymbals and like cymbal bag, and like his style of playing is like him, and like yeah, so he's taking it pretty hard for sure. It's definitely not cool. I mean, obviously I'm gonna hope and pray for his recovery, because I would love to see Blink on a stage one day, as much of the band as I possibly can at this point.
Yeah,
because
I mean, it's a slight wake up call for us as well, that all of our childhood bands are getting old.
Yeah, well, it's hard to believe that he's like in his late 40s, early 50s, right?
Yeah.
Actually, I can even tell you how old he is right here. I think I got it. Members: Mark Hoppus was born in 72, so he's 49.
Yeah, damn.
Not that he's in the band anymore, but Tom DeLonge, he was born in 75. So he's, I guess, I can't do quick math, 45.
Yeah.
Yeah,
they're getting up there. They're
it's
getting
like,
up there.
that's the music that we grew up listening to, right? I mean, I think Travis Barker is about there too. Yeah, 45. And Travis Barker, honestly, I don't know how much longer he's going to be able to play drums.
Really?
He has been talking about, like, he's changed his entire life. I don't know if you know how much you know over the past like 10 years. He's like a vegan now. He works out, and like he's
dating Khloe Kardashian or Kourtney, whatever one he's
dating one of the Kardashians, which surprised the shit out of me.
Yeah.
But he's cleaned up his life. He's like eating healthy, acting healthy.
Good for him.
He recognized that the way he's played drums all his life was very unhealthy, because basically the way he was playing was going to give him arthritis.
Oh.
So like a lot of a good drum teacher will teach you the whole, lifting your arm, the whole arm motion.
You shouldn't do it.
Bad, very, very bad. But that's his entire style.
It's all in
it's
the
all
bounce.
in the wrist.
Yeah.
So he's all about the big excessive crashes.
Looking
are really
very
high.
extra. Yeah.
Because crash cymbals are always high up, and he's always excessive all
like
over the
Myke
place.
Mangini.
I've never seen him play, but probably. So he's got the whole suspended thing.
Suspended cymbals.
Like, that's not good.
He's like up here when he's playing cymbals.
Yeah, that's like probably really bad.
And the guys, like, I think the Dream Theater has got to be like, they're in their mid to late 50s, early 60s.
For sure.
Some of
If
them.
not, I was gonna say like even up to the 60s. So he was talking about his appointment to determine if his chemotherapy has worked. I don't know what date this article came out, but he said he was. So maybe we're. So yeah, I don't have an update after this, but so by the time this comes out, there should be results of his chemotherapy available to him, or maybe even the public.
Maybe we'll update it on our Instagram page.
Maybe we'll throw in the story if I find something. But yeah, hopefully he does better. It would be a shame to see him go.
Yeah.
I was thinking about it too, because like you think about like a lot of the bands that, like you just said, like that we've listened to are older. So you got Chris Cornell passed a couple years ago. Linkin Park, Chester Bennington.
Yep.
Who else are we missing? There's been a handful. And I'm talking like the past 5 years or so.
The past 5 years? I can't think off the top of my head for some reason.
Yeah, I'm putting you on the spot. No big deal. But yeah, it's just like weird realizing that they're so much older than like.
Well, yeah, they're getting older.
It's like they're all in their 20s or 30s when we were listening to them as kids. It's just funny. We were listening to like "Where Are You" when we were like,
I'm so sorry.
15, written by like guys that are older than we are now.
Yeah, I know. They were all in their 30s at the time.
It's like, damn,
40s sometimes.
That's angsty shit.
But
yeah,
in
anyways,
happier news.
So just real quick, just hope you get better. If anyone wants to keep them in their thoughts,
There you go.
And we'll see how it goes.
Thoughts and
Wishing the
prayers.
best. Thoughts and prayers. So you got some better news.
Happier news.
Happier news.
So I don't know if I've ever talked about this band to you. They are called Times of Grace.
Never heard of them.
Okay. It is a band formed by because I don't know how much Killswitch Engage you listen to.
Like zero.
But you know of them.
I've heard of the name.
So they had switched over singers to a guy named Howard. Big, muscular African-American fella.
Okay.
Great vocalist. Insane. And they also changed over guitarists. The old vocalist and the old guitarist formed a band called Times of Grace. And I believe it was in 2017 or 2018 they released an album that I fucking loved.
Okay.
Super good. Had that like old Killswitch Engage kind of sound. Like they kind of just revived the old stuff. They recently, within the last few days, released a new album.
Okay.
Now, which is, I didn't expect, to be completely honest, because the old singer is back in Killswitch. But they did release a new album. Hella good.
So I should listen to it?
Super damn good.
Is it similar to Killswitch music? Or not?
Do you like In Flames?
I like the songs I know by In Flames, which is like 2 songs.
Very much that vibe. Very
Okay.
like soft, melodic, very versatile, dynamic. Like I guess kind of
the
like
only one I
hard
can
rock.
think of off the top of my head is the one that they did with Pendulum.
Nothing like the one with Pendulum. No,
Oh, really?
It completely
'Cause that
eliminate
song
drum
was
and bass.
Amazing.
Yeah, they don't do drum and bass stuff. They're very much.
Well,
a
I mean,
hard
like
rock
that
band.
speed and that pace? Or is it
Not really.
slower?
Slower.
Oh, so I'll check it out.
Yeah, you
You
should.
gotta give me homework. You gotta remind me.
All right, I can
It's
try to
funny.
do that.
Every time on the show we talk about something and we say remind me later, we never ever do it until I listen to it and I'm like, holy shit, this is the thing I was supposed to do. So I'll remember about it later on when I listen to it again when I edit it.
Let me mute this.
I
'cause
just
wanna bring up what
realized-
the album is called.
I just realized something I forgot to do in the last episode when I
What
was
did
editing it. Remember we were talking about like there was 2 photos that we talked about in the episode.
Mhm.
One was like the Queen photoshopped on something,
Yeah,
and then the other, I forget the other one was.
yeah. The
I forgot
Queen
to
with
throw
the
those
Italian
in.
jersey.
Yes,
Yeah,
I forgot to throw those into
That's
the video.
alright. But yeah. So the album by Times of Grace is called Songs of Loss and Separation.
Okay.
Very good. And another album worth mentioning as well. Mr. John Mayer released an album last
Yeah,
week.
shit, I heard about that. I haven't listened yet.
Fucking lit. It's got New Light in it. Well, if you give me just one night, you're gonna see me in a new light. Right?
Is that a single?
It was a single released like 2 years ago
Oh,
almost.
so I have not heard that one.
But yeah, his album's called Sob Rock. So it's like very slow jam, like John Mayer bluesy rock.
Is it
It's
bluesy? I thought it was
awesome.
more of like the poppier stuff.
I can give you a little.
I don't want to sample right now.
Okay, we'll listen
I'll
to
listen
it.
to
It's
it
very
after.
good. It is like
It's John
poppy
Mayer.
bluesy John Mayer vibe. It's awesome.
Okay.
Very
So-
good.
So it's good enough for the girls and the guys.
Oh, it's awesome. It's a panty dropper, and he also did announce that he will be in Toronto in February.
Well, I guess I'm buying my tickets
Yeah,
then, aren't
I will be definitely attending.
Yeah.
100% I will be attending, but it's at I actually no, I don't think they said Budweiser. I think he's going to Scotiabank, which is ACC.
Right.
So
That'd be good because he would
straight
sell
up
it
going.
out.
Yeah, I'm straight going. So we'll be Dick Van Myke will be attending the John Mayer concert.
Yeah, floors only.
Floors only. I don't care how much of my organs I have to sell. I haven't seen a concert in almost 3 years.
You're exaggerating a lot.
It's been 2 years of COVID, but it's been
It's
a
been
while.
a year and like a half of COVID.
The first case was November of
Yeah, but the first
2019.
lockdown was in March.
I
or-
guess.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm exaggerating just a tad.
By
Anyway,
literally 100%.
let's get to
100%.
let's get to birthdays.
Let's get to birthdays.
Birthdays.
What do we got?
Got a couple good ones.
Yeah, tell me about it.
First up, Selena.
Actually, hold on. You said it almost.
Just
totally.
go.
Can you give me a drink? I tried signaling you like twice. Really? Lemon lime? Oh, just lime. Ew.
Selena Gomez.
Okay,
Turning
great.
28 years old.
She's older than us?
Yeah.
Oh.
Selena Gomez. Very nice. Yeah, Selena Gomez turning 28 years old. Prince George, the son of William and Kate, is turning 7. Little baby. He's third in line for the throne right now.
Third? Who's second?
I have no idea.
Who's
Probably Prince William.
I guess so.
Yeah, but yeah, Prince George, 7 years old.
Nice. Good for him,
should-
little Georgie.
Should he still be with us, Mr. Alex Trebek would have had his birthday on the 22nd of July as well.
Who is that?
Alex Trebek?
Yes.
He's an actor
Okay.
and a TV host.
Give me a show. No, you don't know off the top of your head? You're giving me the look, but you can't even say one.
I figured you would know who Alex Trebek is.
I've heard the name. I don't know who he is. I don't know what he looks like.
Your mother's a whore, Trebek. You never heard that?
No.
Okay, well,
What's that from?
that was Sean Connery. But
Oh,
he
okay.
was the host of Jeopardy. And
Like
he,
before our time.
Yeah, and he was also the host of The Wizard of Odds, Double Dare, High Rollers, Battle Stars, Classic Concentration, and To Tell the Truth.
Those are talk shows?
He was Canadian, born in Sudbury, Ontario.
Okay.
And
Sorry, he was the host of The Wizard of Oz?
Wizards of Odds. It's a game show.
Oh, okay. So
But
he's a TV host.
Most known for Jeopardy.
So mostly a TV
He
personality,
hosted Jeopardy
not an actor.
for 37 years.
Got it. Okay.
All
okay.
right. Shawn Michaels is turning 55.
Sure.
He's a wrestler.
Okay.
David Spade.
Okay. I know that one.
Turning 56.
Nice.
and-
56.
Yeah. And Willem Dafoe is turning 65.
I'm trying to like visualize how he speaks. I just want to say his name, but I can't.
Willem Dafoe? He's Green Goblin.
Yeah, William.
Willem.
Dafoe.
Willem
Is it
Dafoe.
not William Dafoe?
No, it's Willem Dafoe.
Are you spelling it? Are you
W-I-
pronouncing it the way it's spelled? Or
Willem is how his name is spelled. His name
is
is
that how it's spelled or is that how it's pronounced? I'm pretty sure it's
Both.
William.
No, it's Willem. Willem
What-
Dafoe.
Give me a pronunciation. Google it. I honestly have always called him William Dafoe.
I know you have.
So has everyone else. Yeah, pull it up. I want to see what happens. I want to see how it sounds. And put it into that microphone. I want to hear it. Right through those crisp speakers in my ear. You don't like that I'm making you work for it.
Oh, hold on. My volume's down.
Nice. Nice. You're holding it right to the microphone while waiting impatiently.
Willem Dafoe. Willem Dafoe.
All right. I'm going to Google some interviews
Willem
and find
Dafoe.
out. I don't trust it. You don't have to keep playing. I get it. It said
Willem
it 3
Dafoe.
times. That's 4.
You
Put it away.
lose.
Okay, well, I'm going to watch the
Willem
interview.
Dafoe,
Okay.
65. So there. Happy birthdays to Selena Gomez, Prince George, Alex Trebek, Shawn Michaels, David Spade, and Willem Dafoe.
All right, I got you.
All right?
Fuck you.
And that's it for the news today.
Nice. What about your days in history?
There's no days in history.
Really?
There was like one, and it was about like a concentration camp, and I didn't want to talk about that.
Like 700 billion years of history, and you got nothing.
Nothing for July 22nd.
Well, that's unfortunate.
Shitty day in history. Everyone was sleeping. It was siesta time.
All right, your website sucks.
Yeah, apparently. Eh? Oh well. And that's it.
That's it, bro. Well, what time are we looking at? Yeah, it's not bad. We can start the close up process because I know you got to get going
I
to
do.
your
I
night
have to-
shift work,
I have to head to work.
which is
Awful.
all right. Well, you could have started your day with a walk or a run or something, but you started with the podcast,
I did.
which
That's
is
not
better
bad,
than that.
I
See, the thing
guess.
about like going for a run in the morning, it's like you know that your day cannot get any worse.
Buddy, I have asthma and our freaking air is filled with smoke right now. I am not going anywhere.
Yeah, that's the thing. So I guess I wonder how long it'll take for it to like drift past, or if we're just gonna. I keep hitting my
Depends
mic.
how long the freaking
Or-
fires keep
I
going.
was gonna
Otherwise,
say,
it's just
or are we gonna end up
continuously
getting
blow.
like Alberta's smoke eventually?
Who knows?
I don't think I can
no.
travel that
it's
far,
gonna
but-
dissipate.
Yeah. Yeah, this was definitely like a news heavy episode, or like a I guess updates in the world and whatever you want to call it.
Whatever.
But I hope you enjoyed it anyways. Regardless, I hope you enjoyed the plans if you're watching from YouTube, because I know that only like 3 of you are, because our view counts are still a bit low. Actually, I think we got like 25 on the Derek episode when I looked after it came out. I'm talking like
Yeah.
4 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago. So YouTube actually I think might be doing good for us. We're gonna see. I'll look at the analytics sometime soon. I
Very
don't know
good.
what the view count is. Again, if you're a musician, come on the show, sit in here and hang out for a bit, do a live session. It's fun.
And stay tuned for the live session that I'll do at the end of the season.
Yeah, episode 52. Myke is gonna do a live session, and if we have another musician, it'll be a 2-for-1. It'll be a
A twofer.
grand finale of the first year of the Dick Van Myke show. And so yeah, just make sure you hit, the follows and subscribe buttons and all the I'm gonna go through a list here. I'm gonna go through a laundry list of shit that you have to follow us and subscribe to us on. So you got Amazon, Spotify, Apple, Google, YouTube Music, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. We need to add one more to make it 10.
Let's get a Tumblr and just start posting asshole pics.
No.
Okay.
Don't. Why? What's with you? Why did you
I like making you uncomfortable.
Obviously.
It's
and
funny.
Same with our listeners. They're probably going, oh, fuck his asshole.
I am the peak of comedy. I make Seth Rogen look like fucking Morgan Freeman.
I know your mom's a nice lady, but even she doesn't agree with that.
My mom loves me.
Somehow.
Yeah.
Don't know how. I don't understand it. Get your stickers here. Stickers.
Stickers.
Yeah.
All you have to do is ask us.
Yeah, literally. We're done trying.
Yeah.
Just, I want a sticker. All right, sick. Here you go. Send us your address.
Where can they find you? Or the show?
Where can they find the show, Mikey? Where can they find the show? Well, they can find us on. I'll list the list again. Amazon, Apple, Spotify, Google, YouTube Music, Instagram, Facebook.
Hold on.
Twitter.
And those ones,
and-
it's at the Dick Van Myke Show. And then Twitter
Hold on.
is just Dick Van Myke.
Yeah, I was getting to it. So all of the listening and viewing options, you just search the Dick Van Myke Show. On Instagram and Facebook, you search @ the Dick Van Myke Show. And on Twitter, it's just @Dick Van Myke, where we seldomly remind Elon Musk that we're going to Mars.
And Ethan Klein that he's a sexy devil that should notice us.
Yeah, you do that. I don't do that.
Yeah. He's dope.
He doesn't even he looks like the kind of guy I don't want to listen to.
Oh, he's funny as fuck. No,
I've
you need to listen
I've
to
never
him.
listened to his show.
You need to. It's hilarious.
And I'm not a big fan of drama, so I'm not sure if I want to start watching now.
It is all drama.
Yeah, so I probably wouldn't be down.
He
for
rips
it.
internet. He rips like YouTube and TikTok stars apart on his fucking podcast.
Oh, then I definitely wouldn't like it.
It's funny.
I think that'd be boring.
No.
But teach their own. Yeah. Where can they find you, Mike?
At MA D'Alessandro 20 on Instagram. And you can find the links to the show and to my streaming and photography endeavors within that profile.
Yeah.
Where can they find you, Mr. Dick?
At Richard Hartnett, Instagram.
Check out that
And
link tree.
There's a link tree or link in bio, one of the two, I can't remember, and it's got some stuff.
His OnlyFans is coming soon.
Never happening.
No?
Not even a chance.
What if you could make millions and have your 72 Skyline?
Because I'd make money.
And all you have to do is sell your body.
I'd literally try to make money almost any other way possible.
Even if it just meant you had to sell your body a little bit.
100%.
For a 72 Skyline.
Wouldn't happen.
Not worth it.
No.
I would.
No.
I would
I have more personal honor than that.
I would fully sell my body for a 72 Skyline.
Yeah, well, you're fucked in the head.
I know. We all knew that.
Cheers.
Have a fantastic Thursday, everybody.
Yeah, y'all have a good night. Or good
Day.
morning. Or good day. Or good afternoon. You have a
That's it.
good day at work.
Night.
Shitty.
Yeah. I'm going to cry a bit.
And we'll see y'all next week. And we'll see if we have any surprises by then. New plants or something.
Yeah. Okay, bye, everyone.
Excuse me. Have a wonderful whatever.
Bye.
Peace out.